Hello, good day everyone. So today we shall be diving into another topic, and that is one point perspective drawing. This is another type of drawing techniques that present three-dimensional shape in a two-dimensional surface. Okay, it makes drawing look realistic by showing how objects appear smaller as they recede into the distance, converging toward a single vanishing point. So you're going to learn what all of this is about. All right, so let's dive in. What exactly is this one point perspective drawing? Okay, we have talked about isometric drawing, we have talked about oblique drawing. It's another one point perspective drawing. This is a type of drawing that creates the illusion of distance and space. Take a look at this diagram by your left hand side here. You can see that this is a room. It seems like the picture is far away from the viewer. That is what one point perspective drawing is about. So it gives you the illusion of distance and space, creating a surface that appeared in three-dimensional. Okay, it gives a realistic appearance of a 3D object. Okay, and it's popularly used by architects to illustrate especially room interiors. So that is what one point perspective drawing is about. All right. So having known what it is, then when do we use one point perspective drawing? Firstly, if you want front on view of that object. So when the primary number one purpose is when the primary subject is directly facing you. If you are having the object you're drawing facing you, then you can use one point perspective drawing to do that. Or if you need to draw a long passage, okay, such as road, hallways, or railway track, you will need perspective drawing technique to get this drawing. And lastly, if you need to get the drawing of the room interior, it's appropriate to use one point perspective drawing. So these are the three purposes of using one point perspective drawing: for front on views, for long passages, and for room interiors. Right? So there's another one that we call a two-point perspective drawing. But we're not looking at that today. We just want to say that the only time you use two-point perspective drawing is when you are viewing an object from a corner. Okay, it's used when an object is facing you at the corner. You can see this building here now. The viewer is viewing it at the corner part of the object. In this case, you will use two-point perspective drawing. But that is not our center focus today. We are looking at one-point perspective drawing, and we have stated the three purposes or the three reasons why you can use this particular one. All right, now, what are the three key rules of one-point perspective drawing? Number one, true shape faces the viewer. When you want to use this one-point perspective drawing in getting your drawing, you must allow your object to face you, the artist. The object must face you directly. All right. So the surface of the object must face you directly, and you must draw the exact shape of the object that is facing you directly. Okay. And this shape are identified with parallel lines like horizontal line and vertical line. Okay. So that's the first key rule. The true shape must face the, the viewer. Okay. Must face the draw of the viewer. Number two, the receding line must converge. As you can see here, the receding lines are the lines that give the illusion of distance. They are all, these blue lines now, the receding line, they are all converging at the points. So at the point, and that is the third rule, they are converging at the point on a line called horizon line or the eye level line. Okay, so the third rule is that the the point where the preceding line meet is called the vanishing point, and the vanishing point must fall on the horizon line, which is the eye level of the viewer. So these are the three rules that guide perspective drawing. Number one, the true shape that is facing the viewer must be drawn undistorted. If it is rectangle, you draw rectangle. If it is square, you draw square. You could see here, this one that where you see square here is another square. These ones are the one facing the viewer directly, and they are drawn the way they are. Again, the second point is that the receding line converges to meet at the point called the vanishing point, and that vanishing point is on the horizon line or the eye level of the viewer. So these three rules guides 1-point perspective drawing. So true shape in 1-point perspective drawing. We've just emphasized on that before. So that's the first rule now being re-emphasized again here. So the rule of the true shape is that the exact shape of the part facing the viewer must be drawn undistorted, and we use horizontal line and vertical line to get the true shape. You can see this is a kind of building, okay, with road at the center here, another building here. Now this building is facing the viewer, and that's why you could see the windows in form of rectangles being drawn using horizontal line and vertical line to draw them. So it's very, very key that the true shape is retained. Nothing is tampered on the true shape that is facing the viewer. So there is need for that true shape to be retained. Its shape must be retained undistorted. Okay, once it's distorted, it is no longer 1-point perspective drawing. All right. So the key principle of 1-point perspective drawing says true shape must be undistorted, must be the actual shape of the object, and the converging line must meet at a vanishing point. Now let's learn from some professionals, some experts that have done this 1-point perspective drawing, and that person is known as Van Gogh. Vincent Van Gogh actually did his own 1-point perspective drawing using a bedroom in Alps. So you could see in his own drawing using 1-point perspective, the receding line actually gave us the illusion of the distance or the depth of the room. See, it can easily be seen that this room is a kind of wide, following the blue line, which is the receding line. So we give us the illusion, and then the receding lines are falling on a point here called the vanishing point, and that point it falls is on the horizon, known as the eye level. Okay, horizon line known as the eye level. So that's it about 1-point perspective drawing. Very, very simple rule to follow. Now I need for you to practice this. Okay, so for you to get it, you take some photograph. When you get some photograph, identify the vanishing point or the drawing on that photograph. Okay, locate the horizon line and also the true shape. Okay, locate the true shape. You can see here that in this Vagon's diagram or drawing, you could locate the true shape here. The true shape here, number one, is the rest of the bird. You see the true shape here, the rest of the bird that is facing the viewer. All right. So by the time you get your own photograph, you can also identify the vanishing point. The vanishing point falls on the window here, and then or the receding line meets on that vanishing point, and then there's the horizon and the horizon. So you get a photograph and try to locate these three things: the horizon line, the receding lines, the vanishing point, and then the true shape facing the viewer, that making it fall. Okay, so what are the recommended equipment that is required for practice? You want to practice this 1 point perspective drawing. There is need for you to have pencil, okay, either HB or 2B pencil. Then two, you need to have a blank paper or a printed practice worksheet for the drawing. And then you might also need measuring tools like your ruler and your compass. This is optional. But then for you to be a better artist or perspective drawing techniques user, it is better you do freehand instead of making use of this measuring tool. Just freehandedly, sketch or draw your diagram using 1 point perspective drawing. It is better that way. It makes your work more professional than using the measuring tools when it comes to drawing using 1 point perspective drawing. All right, so start drawing your world in 3D today. So start it today by beginning with basic exercises like drawing a hallway or a straight road. You can go to the main road and try out this 1 point perspective drawing, and then you move gradually to a complex interior. Okay, go for a complex scene like the room interior, like that of the professional we just talked about, the Venn diagram, and gradually you become okay. You master this technique of drawing. All right. I hope you have learned something today from 1 point perspective drawing. So I will be drawing the curtain here today. Till we meet another time. Thank you for watching and bye for now.